Alright, we're live, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Saturday, everybody. Hope y'all are having a good Saturday so far. Hopefully you guys aren't getting in too much trouble tonight. Oh, man. Mother's Day tomorrow. Make sure you don't drink too much. Order those online flowers to get delivered to your mom tomorrow if you're not already, if you already haven't done that. So, go Timberwolves. Says GT. How often you be flying? I'm flying right now, 4 on, 3 off average. Tomorrow I'm actually going to work. Got, here I should put up, I've got Bitcoin up on the back. I should probably put that up here. Oh, wait, let's see. What about... It's fine. I live kind of near the Colony area by Lake Louisville. Is this music annoying? Put in the chat if this music is annoying right here. Because I wanted something in the background and not make it kind of weird. Quiet. I'll turn it off if it is annoying. Does MSTR make sense? Not really, bro, to be honest. Not really. Would I sell a covered call on Microsoft at $450? Let's check it. MSFT is the 5-minute. Let me go out to a longer time frame. When in doubt, always zoom out. $450? Hell yeah, I would. Look at supply. It's also the top of the Bollinger Band. Absolutely, I'd sell a covered call at $450. It's like the peak right there. Faux show. See how I did that? This is literally the best freaking indicators in my opinion. Is the 50, 200, Bollinger Band, RSI MACD. That's all you need. Do I wait for a price to be at support before selling a cash secured put, or do you always just get into 0.3 delta? So usually what I do is I find a point on the chart at which I want to make an entry. So I will look at 3 things. I'll look at the company. I'll figure out if I like the company's product, if I would use their product, if I think it's kind of something that's in, I guess. And then I look at their financials. Once I look at their financials, that's when I look at the chart and I determine at what point I want to enter. And then at the point when I want to enter, that's when I sell the cash secured put. And then I just kind of, but I figure out though, I ask myself, am I going to do is this going to be a wheel trade or is this going to be a long-term investment? Because if it's a long-term investment or a wheel trade, in both ways, I'm going to find the proper entry point, but my exit strategy is going to be different depending on that. So, yes, I absolutely do look at the entry point specifically of a stock before I sell a cash secured put on it, for sure. Let's see here. For example, DraftKings right now, I think is a really good one. Here's why. I sold it a $31 put here. You can see it dipped below the 200 EMA. The white's the 200 EMA, and the yellow's the 50. Let me zoom this in a little bit. So down here, the RSI was a little bit oversold. Right at the 31, I sold the put option, collected a shit ton of premium. It also showed, at the time, the MACD was, it still was pretty wide, so that wasn't necessarily telling me the case, but the RSI being as oversold as it was, and then the location of the 200 EMA let me know it most likely was going to retrace back to those levels. So that's why I waited on that. Not sure if you ever mentioned this stock. What do you think about UNH? Well, let's check it out. So I know that healthcare, medicine's like a monopoly. Okay, like literally they overcharge stuff because they already know they're going to charge the insurance companies. So the first thing I do before I look at any of that, would I buy a medical company? Yeah, I probably would. So then let's go look at their financials real quick. And what I look for when I look at their financials, and I go, is their financials going up and to the right? They are. Their income's down, though. That's interesting. So this would be something, this number here, their revenue is up and to the right, but I would want to know why their net income's down year over year 35%. So that'd be something I would look into. But like, let's just say, for example, I did think that this was a good buy. That's when I would move into the chart, and I would go, okay, let's type in UNH. All right. So this is the weekly chart on UNH. So let's see, zoom out a little bit. When in doubt, zoom out, right? Well, it's definitely one hell of a chart, I'll tell you that. So one thing I notice off the bat, you see this 50 and the 200, how it's starting to death cross. Have you guys ever noticed, like a month ago, everybody was talking about the S&P death cross, like how worried they are? The death cross, to me, should be labeled as a bullish indicator. Because usually when the death cross happens, that's like the point at which it's usually the most oversold, and that's usually a really good entry point. So like, I think that this, let's even zoom out further just to check. Let's go out to the 1 month. Okay. So this is going to tell you even more here. Okay. Look how far deviated the MACD is. It's super oversold. RSI on the monthly is at like a 38. I would say that I would still wait a little bit because I do think that this will probably death cross. And the second it death crosses, that's when I would buy this shit. For sure. Yo. Have you ever used DeMark sequences? No, I do not. I've never used that. I don't know what that is. Yo, what up, bro? This is the dude that, if you saw on my post, this was the guy that messaged me. Honestly, bro, I really appreciate messages like that. On my ex or just in general. Really keeps me going and makes me want to keep doing stuff like this, and I don't know, I like seeing you guys be successful. Not only do I like seeing myself be successful with what I'm doing, but I want to share this to people because it's like I literally want to have like a team of like people that I can call friends that we can all like, we can all like get wealthy as fuck together and just be like, we could all just like have yacht parties and have fun and just be like, dude, remember back whenever we only had like 100K portfolios? I don't know. I just think that'd be so sick. So, earnings dropped to change healthcare hack, one-off event, but 2.2 billion loss right there. Then Medicare patients, we're seeing more medical care than expected. The U.S. government will increase reimbursements in 26. Yeah. So, like I said, I really think that this would be an amazing buy once you see those two touch. Because, like, if we look at the S&P, let me pull this up. This is gonna blow your mind. You know how everybody was like, "Oh my God, the death cross!" Like on the daily chart, like, oh my God. Actually, hold on. Before we do that, well, yeah, let's do this quick. I want to show you this 1 day chart on the S&P when the death cross happened. This is gonna blow your freaking mind, bro. Look at this. Look at that day. Look at where it was. Look at where the death cross was. And then look at it rebound. You see that? Everybody was scared right here. Everybody was shitting their pants, posting everything. You know how many posts on Twitter I saw? Death cross, blah, 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 this and everything. This should be viewed as a bullish sign. A death cross should be viewed as a bullish sign, in my opinion, honestly. Because look at it. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Death cross, recovery, back to the 200. Easy as that. But let's go to the UNH. Let's go to the UNH 1 day, because that's something I forgot to do. Huge gap fill. Whoa. Massive gap to fill there. Whoa. So the death cross already happened previously, but you know what's interesting is if you zoom in on that. So the death cross happened right at about there, 510, and it still recovered back up to the 200. It went from 510 to 546. So in either scenario. But yeah, for sure. Like if you zoom out to the 1 week, if I was a betting man, I would be a buyer whenever that cross happens, for sure. For sure. Yeah, bro. Yeah, for sure, of course. I think that if you go look at like most death crosses, like I wonder what's another one. Maybe Celsius had one. Let's check. Yep. Mm-hmm. Let's look at the day. So this one actually ended up not. This one had lots of downward momentum. You see how far? You see how much that stayed pinned to the bottom of the Bollinger Band? So obviously it's not like a, in this scenario, it's not a guarantee, but nothing in the stock market's guaranteed. But I would say that more times than not on a decent quality stock, unless it has like massive downside momentum like Celsius did during that time being, like it's gonna, most of the time when the death cross occurs, it's usually a very bullish sign. But like on the 1 week, you can see that the death cross is like starting to happen like right now. So this could be like a major bullish sign, right? Like they're kind of like trying to cross, but then it's going to end up rebounding. Like this could literally cup and handle. Like I bet you this is what's going to happen. Mark my words right now. This shit is going to go like this. It's going to make a big gigantic curve. It's going to go, hold on, let me see. Can I get a freaking pencil out here? Okay. This shit's going to go like this. It's going to be a big cup and handle, kind of. Maybe not that tall. Let me delete that. Hold on. It's going to go like this. It's going to go like this, and then it's going to go. And then it's going to go like this. I'm not saying I'm a genie, but I can definitely see it. For sure. Now I got to delete all this shit. How do I delete that? Oh, here we go. Anyway, you guys see where I'm coming from on that? So it's not always, the death cross isn't always like a guarantee, but it definitely allows you to hedge yourself for sure, especially on like the longer time frames. Dude, what is this doing? Am I deleting it or not? Oh, I'm literally drawing with it. I'm such an idiot, bro. I'm literally sitting there clicking it. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Why is this thing not deleting? Here we go. Thank God. Finally got it. All right, that's done there. Death cross is like the end of the world, so buy when there's blood on the street. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like, literally when everybody's selling, when everybody's scared, like anytime you go on Twitter and you see people that are like deathly afraid, that should be like your like buy time. That should be like, that should signal to you in your head, like, everyone's scared, this means buy. What's a stock you'd buy for the long term right now? I'm not a financial advisor, but if I was, I would say I think Hims, not right at this level, is great, but Hims, if it dips, for sure, great buy. Dutch Bros stock, great buy. Kava, great buy. Celsius, great buy. Well, let's look at my Robinhood. Let's see what I got loaded up. Rivian, I think's great. TSLL at these levels, SOXL at these levels, but I wouldn't say for long term. TSLL and XOSL, definitely not long term, but for sure like a play. Dutch Bros for sure, if I didn't already say that. I got some stuff on my watch list, so let me see if I got anything else I like. SMCI is kind of interesting to me at these levels. I was looking at SMCI. I don't know, it kind of worries me though, to be honest. But it's like right at the 200. I just don't like that though. That's why I didn't enter. I didn't like the MACD. I don't like that. That's kind of chop. But that's my thoughts on that, homie. I started buying block calls 45 days out, 60 call last week. What are your thoughts? Let's check it. XYZ, block. Previous demand zone, October 2023 at these levels. Looks good. It's at the bottom of the Bollinger Band, which is good. RSI is oversold. MACD is weakening bearish momentum. I don't see anything wrong with this. Let me check. Here's the month chart on block. I mean, for sure, you can play the rebound. No doubt about that. Let's check the day again. Let me see if there's something I missed. Okay, look at the gap fill. Yeah, that's a good play. I wouldn't worry about that one. The gap fill for sure, combined with the weekly oversoldness, that's going to probably cross to the upside. Yeah, you're fine, bro. That's a good play. I would do that play. I'd play it till probably the 50. At least. I'd probably sell 3/4 of my position here at the 50, which is at 68. And then I'd let the rest ride. If it were me. SPY is a safe bet for long term, but maybe that's boring diversification. Can't be the S&P largest. Yeah, I mean, for sure. Literally like the S&P 500 for 99% of people is going to be the best thing for you to do. Like, just buying the S&P straight up is going to be like, everyone tries to beat the market or match the market, so you might as well be the market, you know. But that's coming from someone that's not like hedging their portfolio and spending time, you know, lots of time like researching and looking at products and trying to get in early. Like, if you want to be a sheep and you just want to put money in and get, you know, dividend percentage, and then yeah, sure. Like, and I'm not going to hate on that at all, but I don't settle for the bare minimum. Like, I like selling options because I think it gives you a massive edge, and but it requires time and requires you mentally having to, you know, put a lot of effort in. I mean, not a lot of effort in, but it's very minimal. The difference I'm saying a lot of effort is the difference between just plopping your money into an ETF and selling options has a pretty massive difference in how much time you're putting into what you're doing. Obviously, people that have like 401ks and stuff, they don't even like, if that's all they're doing, they're not even like thinking about it. Like, the money's just going in. But like, is with me, you know, it's very different. Does that music sound good, or should I turn it on something else? I just don't want it to be annoying because I've never put music on the stream, so I don't want it to be annoying. If you can even hear it. I don't even know if you can hear it or not? I got like some old school hip hop going. Miss Rinsing Trades is currently in Atlanta visiting her sister and mother for a Mother's Day event. I'm texting her right now. Apparently the music's cool. Smello Cool J, it's fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just don't want it to be annoying. And if you guys want something different, just let me know. I just kind of want to hang out. Nothing serious, you know, just hang out. Whatever questions you got. I mean, it's Saturday, so I'm sure some of you guys are drinking. I got to fly tomorrow. I got to go to work, so I can't drink tonight. Or else I definitely would be streaming with a few brews. Faux show. I have no problem getting on here with a few beers. I don't want to be blown out. You know, I don't want to be freaking dumb. But, you know, in the future for sure, I'm going to have some couple whiskey cokes, you know. For sure. You're He's on his fourth shot of Don Julio, baby. Hell yeah. Love it. Dude, my freaking phone just said that my Wi-Fi didn't have any signal, but I definitely have signal. That's weird. Oh my god, I have girls singing Hamilton on a sleepover now. Entertain me. I'm trying. That's what I'm here to do. I am the entertainer. The stock market seller / entertainer, rinsing trades, baby. You know it. But for sure in the future, I'm gonna do some freaking streams after a couple whiskey cokes. Actually, I literally was thinking, have you guys seen that shit? The Coca-Cola Zero has a orange cream flavor, and I want to do that and vanilla Crown. That might be something. That might be some next level stuff, like an 11 out of 10. I might have to do a review on stream. Actually, I'm gonna do a review on stream. Fuck that. I'm doing a review. Orange cream Coke Zero with vanilla Crown. Mark that. That sounds like insane. You expect Gap up Monday on China News? I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's just so wishy-washy right now. Like, it goes, back and forth. It's like, could it go up? Yeah. Could it go down? Yeah. It depends on, I don't know. I just don't even... But you know what's great? You know what's great about what I do and selling options is that I don't care. Because I make money either way. Whether it goes up, I make money. Whether it goes down, I make money. And whether it goes sideways, I make money. So, I really don't care. Do you feel like there's an air traffic control problem, pilot's perspective? No, I think that there's I feel like there's an air traffic control technology problem. The technology that they're using is very archaic. It needs to be updated. Crown Vanilla Coke, let's go. Hell yeah. Ever fly to Newark? Their monitors went out for a second night in a row. Yeah, I've flown, not me personally flying into Newark, but I have been to that airport. But I'm definitely going to go there many times during my career. So not sure they leave the room a lot. Okay. Exactly, and that's the point. So if you get assigned, at least you get assigned to quality stocks. I don't sell put options on bullshit. AMC is probably the one that's in my portfolio that I'm kind of about. It's something I'm not really too happy to have in my portfolio. I did it when my portfolio was smaller, and I'm kind of trying to currently get out of it. So I'm hoping that AMC has a little run up to 350 or something like that, so I can just get out of the position. But if you go to my thing here, my spreadsheet, and I go to the AMC wheel detail, let's just see. I made a pretty good amount off premiums on that. So right now I've made, you can see all these are closed P&L. I currently have open calls, covered calls on AMC at the for 544.87. Those expire June 20th. So that'll be about, let's see, that'll make it at about $2,200 somewhere in option premium I've realized on AMC once I close those cover calls. But it's all about just continuing to lower that cost basis, So that's the only one that I would say is Why do they give free drinks on exit row seats? I didn't know that was a thing. I really don't think that is a thing, to be honest with you. Oh, you're flying on Saturday? I'm flying tomorrow. They do. I have not for free drinking exit row. I feel like they should actually do the opposite. They should discourage drinking in the exit row. Because, you don't want some guy that's, drinking in the exit row. What if they're, going to be, what if they're, hammered, passed out, in the exit row seat, and you're, in an emergency on fire, and you're trying to, open the door to get out. Probably not good, right? I never got a free drink for sitting in exit row. Definitely me either. The American gives alcohol in exit row all you want. I had no idea about this. But usually I don't drink on planes. That's not my thing. I don't really like to drink because most of the time, I have a badge on and, I kind of have a standard to uphold. So, yeah, I mean, 100%. It's probably they should discourage the drinking in the exit row maybe. Does that even make sense? You should be sober since your system. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't. You should. You definitely should not be intoxicated if you're sitting in exit row. It's a life hack. I guess maybe you'll need a few drinks if you're the one having to assist in the, in the evacuation. I definitely would probably have to have a few drinks afterwards too, after they drug tested me. Oh man. I want to put the. I'm not a big Bitcoin dude, but I want to put up this Bitcoin chart. Nice. Pretty sure I made a post on Bitcoin too, saying that it was gonna end up being a big run up. I don't know. What's the death cross? Let's see. What's the death cross? The death cross is this right here, my man. So you know, like a month ago, when everybody was talking about the death cross on the S&P. So the death cross is when the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA cross to the downside. So the 50 EMA drops below the 200 EMA. That's the death cross right here. And when the death cross happened, you can see that the stock recovered back to the 200 EMA. That's usually what happens most times. That's what a death cross is. Keep up the good work, man. Love seeing the progress on your portfolio. Thanks, Daniel. I really appreciate that, man. Really appreciate you and coming on the stream. And let's see the watch wrist check, bro. Wrist check's weak tonight. I got an Apple Watch on. It's weak. It's weak tonight. I'll make up for it. I'll make up for it next time. I promise, bro. But I love the Apple Watch, though. Don't get me wrong. I actually love this thing. But it's definitely it's not the Breitling or a Rolex. I'll make up for it, I promise. Maybe whenever I have my orange cream vanilla crown with that night, I'll do the I'll have a good watch on for you. I'll have to remember that. Oh man. There's a good mix here. Some old school hip hop. Let me see. I wanted to show. How much are your guys? Did you get the Rolex day just yet? No, I'm waiting for a milestone. I'm waiting for a portfolio milestone or a career milestone to get it, because I want it to be meaningful. Like I want it to mean something to me. Yeah, I did see that the MSTY dividend was pretty good. Then again, the yield max stuff, I don't know if I trust it, to be honest. I like it. I like it for one way, but I don't know. It's hard. Because all the other ones, it's not, I read the prospectus report and it says that it's kind of more of a return on capital investment, right? It's not necessarily, the dividends look great, but if you're down $500 on your position, then you get a $100 dividend, obviously it's making up for something and it's adding up over time. But I don't know. I want to see the yield max ETFs over a period of time. I want to see the results of it. Then I'll be convinced. But until then, I'm just going to keep selling options. The stock price drops by the dividend amount, so what's the point? Yeah, I mean, that's one thing. MSCI's iffy. Decay NAV can wreck your portfolio if the dividends are high. For sure. I'm sure myself would have a couple hundred shares. Look at TSLI. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's it's definitely a return on capital thing. It whatever you put into it, it's supposed to return it back to you. But in the process, you'll lose the same amount with the actual asset, but you'll get it back in the dividends. So I don't know. Not the biggest fan, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, you get May 8th last year, MSCI was 29. It's down to $23.50 now, but paid $30 a share since. Yeah, so it's kind of paid for itself. But look at the other ones though. MSCY may be an outlier, but look at TSLY or NVDLY or something like that. I bet you it's probably a little bit different. As Bitcoin goes to new all-time highs, but that's a different convo. Well, I think it's going to happen, bro. Let me pull up that chart again. And I'm really not a big Bitcoin fan. Like, to be honest with you. Like, I'm really not. Because I don't really like that you can't really compare its price to anything. Again, I haven't done a lot of research on Bitcoin, so I could not know what the hell I'm talking about. But I mean, this is gonna have a short-term pullback, but like this will probably bull flag and then go to all-time highs. Because like the reason why is this is gonna have to run, but then it's gonna have to the RSI is gonna end up at some point becoming so overbought. That I mean, it definitely has legs though. You're gonna end up seeing this like run up to here, and then it's gonna bull flag, and then it's gonna run again. Yeah, I mean, dude, if you got a few hundred shares, like whatever, you know, couple hundred shares, it's whatever. For show. Kind of want to put something else on. What kind of... Should we do country music or some reggae? Reggae might not be bad. Big X the Plug. Let's look at the... I kind of want to put like the live view chart of this. 1 minute. Whoa, look how zoomed in that is. So, do you guys have any Saturday plans tonight? Probably not if you're on this stream. Are you guys doing anything as far as going out, anybody going clubbing or doing anything? Do anything fun? Because I'm definitely not. I'm doing this live stream and then my ass is going into bed, baby. Here's the port. Here's the thing here. Rinsing trades, baby. You guys like that? I think that thing's so sick. This thing. I made that on Canva, bro. Thought that was so funny. Just the whole like X's over the eyes. I don't know why I thought that was so cool. Maybe I'm acting like I'm 5, but I really thought that was cool. Should I put on some reggae? Let's try it. I kind of like reggae. My girls are having a sleepover. They won't go to bed. Help. Start drinking. Start drinking. That's all I can say to you. That fixes that usually. You can deal with it then. Maybe you need to go get yourself some freaking orange cream, zero Coke, Coke Zero, and vanilla Crown. That's what you need. Because if I could, I definitely would. Oh, you're on Pinot 3? Oh, hell yeah. There you go. There you go. Respect. I just got my ticket for work tomorrow. Love it. Dude, I freaking love this whole setup I got going. Dude, look at that thing. Isn't that sick? I think that thing's so cool. And I can turn it down too. It doesn't have to be as bright. Let me see. Hold on. Whoa. Hold on. I can like turn it down. Then it'll look better on stream. Maybe that looks better. But then it's like not as bright. What are we buying this week? Dude, to be honest, I don't really know. Here's the port. Did you guys see my last live stream with my portfolio update? Because we can talk about this too. This is another good thing to talk about with kind of like some of the stuff that I'm looking at. Him still cheap IMO. Yeah, for sure. Is that true? Pilots and their family members get free? Mine do. I'm not sure. I can't I can't speak on other carriers, but I can. My family does. I'm not sure, but I watch earnings. Do you guys want to talk about any of this? Do you guys see any positions that I have open? Oh, wait, shit. This isn't even on the screen. Do you guys want to talk about any of this? These are all my open positions here. Did you guys end up seeing the portfolio update I did on my last stream at all? This is all just open option positions here. And then these are all my transactions here. So this is all a spreadsheet. All of these currently here are open options positions. But here's this. Let's look at the watch list. I kind of like Rocket Mortgage a little bit. That's kind of a nice little play I'm looking at. DraftKings I like a lot. I just sold these put credit spreads the other day. I sold 10 of them, collected $1,230 in option premium. You see average credit $1,230. So right, like as long as DraftKings rebounds, like I think it will. Like if we look at the chart on DraftKings, this is just a short, till 2026, January 2026. Let's do the 1 week. Dude, I hate how it like zooms in like that. Is there a like reset button for that? That's so annoying. Alright. That's why. Look at this 200 EMA bounce. That's why. I sold the 4240 puts. I think that's easy money. Bouncing right off the 50. What do y'all think? Bouncing right off that 50? Going higher? So, thoughts, anyone? I like it. So as long as by the date, right? Like if we shifted this up to, 42. Right? You can see. Better not. $1,230 as long as it closes above 42. Yo, what up, AJ? Just use the trading app view, makes it easier. Well, I just don't understand why it like zooms in like that when you change the, the views. Like when you go from like the 1 week to the 1 month. Like if you go from like a drastic change, like if I went from the week right now and then I went to like the 5 minute, it would be like so jacked up. But whatever. But yeah, here's all the open option positions. This is all set to total return. Here's my year to date. 24.36%. Last year, I'm at 47.33%. So, yeah, we're chugging along, guys. We are freaking chugging along. 47% in 1 year is nothing to play with, for sure. It's pretty ridiculous, actually. Rocket Mortgage, if you want to talk about that, let me show you that. RKT. Oh, I was predicting what's going to happen to the stock here. Look at this wedge. Great for option selling when it's going sideways. Looks pretty good. Right now it's at the bottom of the wedge, so this would probably be a good time to sell puts on it if we're actually going to look at this company. Let's look at the financials. Look at that. It's a little bit of a mortgage play, betting that, people are going to start buying more houses soon. But I like it. Gotcha. Yeah, about that much more than me. Happy for you. Keep up the good work. Hey, thanks, man. What do I think about Rocket Lab? To be honest, I haven't really looked at it in a long time. Let's check it. Okay. RSI on the weekly still a little high. You're going to probably see this pull back to at least the 50. For sure. You're going to see this probably pull back to 16 or 17 before it rebounds. Let's check the daily. Yeah, you'll probably see it. You'll probably see it dip below the 200 again and then rebound. If I had to guess by looking at this. Yeah, I would wait on this. If you're looking to buy more, I'd probably wait. I don't like that red candle in combination with that higher RSI. The weakening bearish is a good sign, but I don't like that the RSI is still over 50. Not to brag, but it did 400% last year. A big part of the MSTR and GBTC over doubling up. Wish we could do that every year, but we know it's not sustainable. 47% is goated on a normal year. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, 400% is obviously crazy. I don't know how much money you're dealing with, though, as well. Because obviously, if you have a lower portfolio or a smaller portfolio, the numbers are going to be kind of skewed a bit. Because if you had, $100 million and you did 400%, that'd be like astronomical, right? But maybe you do have a huge portfolio. I don't know. Hey man, great strategy. Been learning a lot from you. Just had a question. If you acquire a stock by selling cash secured puts and again selling calls, in totality, are you able to make money on that complete trade? Would be great if you could share an example. Yeah, for sure. Also, if you're open sharing, are you? Of course I am. That's literally the point of what I'm doing, bro. Okay, so let me just read the question one more time just so I can fully understand it. Hey man, great strategy. Been learning a lot from you. Just had a question. If you acquire a stock by selling cash secured puts and again selling calls, in totality, are you able to make money on that complete trade? Would be great if you can share an example. Absolutely. And are you up year to date? Yeah, you want to see? Year to date, I'm up 25%. There you go. 25% up year to date. Okay, so let's take, for example, let me think of one that I've done recently where I was assigned and then sold. Okay, let's do TSLL. Well, let me look at my transactions here. I want to think of a good example before. Let's do Carnival. How about we do Carnival stock? That's an easy one to do. Okay, so this is a spreadsheet I use. This is my spreadsheet. So the first time I wheeled Carnival, you can see that there were shares purchased, assigned, and stuff. This is just a lot of fluff here. But like, let's look at Carnival 2 here. So you can see I have been selling puts, selling calls. So like, let's say, for example, right now, let's pull up Carnival's chart. Here's the weekly. Let's zoom it out a little bit. Okay, so right now Carnival's trading at 2019. Let's just say, like, for example, right now I sold a cash secured put at 16 or 17. Let's say 17. Well, let's actually look at it. Usually I look for like a 0.3 delta. So if we load up Carnival, let's see. So I go to sell put on Carnival. I usually go 30 days out. So I'd go to probably June 13th. And then I would look for something that's got a 0.3 delta. So 19 probably would have it. Yeah, so 19. So this would give me a basically 3% return on collateral for a month, which is all right. It's not necessarily something to be super happy with, but I would play this trade. So like, let's just say you sold this, you collected $60, right? So if Carnival stays above 16, or what is this, 19? If Carnival stays above $19 in this case, then you keep the entire $60. Let's say it goes down to 17, you still collect the $60, and now you own 100 shares. So then what you can do is you can turn around and sell a call option, but depending on how aggressive you want to be, you can sell it like, say it's like right at 16 or 17 right now, and you get assigned those 100 shares. You can immediately go and just sell the 19 call. Well, you're like, okay, well, you're buying and selling it at the same price, right? You're agreeing to buy and sell it at the same price. Yeah, but you're collecting this premium. So then on the flip side, if you collect another $60, what's going to end up happening is if you sold the $19 put, Carnival comes down, you get to sign the shares, you keep the money. So it's $60 in your pocket. If you sell the call and then Carnival runs back up over the next few weeks and it goes above 19, then you're going to be required to sell Carnival at $19. But even though you bought it at 19 and you're selling it at 19, you get to keep the premium on both sides. So you're going to end up making $120 on that trade in that specific example. So yeah, that is how you do that. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, that's awesome, bro. I mean, that's insane. 400% in a year. 400% a year is absolutely astronomical. That's insane. But like in my opinion, though, it's just so much less stress for me to do this strategy and to like sell options and just have that mentality that I'm always collecting this premium and having this like flow of money coming into my portfolio is such an it's so easy on my brain and like less stressful than what I used to do, because I've day traded. Like, I don't know if you guys that are in here right now know my full story, but I started trading basically the second I could legally open an account, and I've done day trading, penny stocks. I've day traded other stocks. I've day traded options, and then I did dividend investing, and now I'm doing this. And through the years, I made a lot of mistakes, lost a lot of money, but I also made a lot of money too. But all that stuff in my past has taught me and made me patient and got me to a point to where I can sell options and I don't have to push buttons every day. I can have this ease in my mind, and sure, like maybe if I kept going and I did my day trading options, I could have 400% years every year. But then I probably would have no hair on my head either, because I'd be so stressed out all the time. So it's like a life balance thing for me, and the selling option strategy, I think, is literally the best. It's like a stock market hack, in my opinion. I think it's literally a freaking hack. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that, for sure. Zero GTs are diabolical. I just scalp those. Yeah, I mean, I used to. I just don't do it anymore, man. I just don't do it anymore. Like, it's not worth it to me. Like, I just want to be able to, like, sell a 30-day option, collect the premium, and just sit back and relax, And we got like lots of premium coming in. Like, let me see what's coming in over the next couple days here. So let's see. So 5.9, it shows that there was a loss, and that's only because I rolled out of some calls there. So there's 7.8K in premium for next week. I think this might be a little over. I wonder what that's from. Is that because of Celsius calls, maybe? Covered calls on Celsius that I have? That's a lot of option premium. That week, the 23rd, that seems more realistic. $1,300, $1,000. So you can see it's like pretty steady flow of money coming through the account. This is, obviously, like April, it shows that I lost money, but I really didn't. Did I on paper? Yeah, because I had to roll options, but I didn't really lose the money. I never roll for a debit. I always roll for credits if I can. Do you have any other accounts, or is this the main way to make money? Do you still like dividend stocks, ETFs? Yeah, I like dividend stocks. I like ETFs. There's nothing wrong with them, but I think that with my strategy, I'm able to pick like the bad stocks in the ETFs and not invest in them. Like, I feel like my investment strategy is pretty like methodical and thought out, and I'm very patient with my entry points, and that's how I'm able to like beat the S&P market returns, is because I'm like I'm basically doing like what hedge funds do. I'm selling options against positions, hedging my portfolio, and also like being patient and waiting for an entry point. So like, do I like dividend stocks and ETFs? Yeah, absolutely. But I think right now, I think that it's better for me to do this strategy to grow my portfolio than it is to sit my money in Coca-Cola and let dividends increase the account portfolio or the portfolio value. But that's me. In my opinion. So where are you guys from? Where's everybody in here from? If you don't know, I'm from Dallas. Amazing explanation. Thanks, man. I have a trading restriction on my Robinhood account where I cannot place more than 4 trades a week, as it'll be then flagged as pattern day trading. Trying to squeeze this in under that restriction. Maryland. Whoa, Northeastern guy. Yep, the great state of Texas. The Lone Star State, baby. You already know. Someone said I can't go live because I'm clapping cheeks while my Model 3 is on autopilot. That's freaking hilarious. Bring some whiskey. Hey, Zensky, you have an R8? Or Zenzi, you have an R8? If you're still in here, that's sick. This is what that Zenzi said. This is his car right here. Oh, shit. Pretty nice. Houston. Another Houston. Irvine. Was in Dallas for a couple years for my masters. Wow, man. We're all from Texas. Yeah, check that out. What do I think of the SoFi chart? Please don't tell me you're a Cowboys fan, bro. To be honest, I stopped watching the NFL and NBA when it got so political. Like, I just don't think that they should just play football and basketball and not like put stuff on the backs of their helmets. You know, like yeah, it's just like just play football, dude. Let's see, SoFi. Now, college football, I like. Yeah, SoFi looks good. SoFi looks really good. I like it. So now, another thing that I look for, too, when I'm doing this stuff, is I try to find a stock where I can at least get 1% per week return on capital. So that's another key thing I look for, too. Like, if the option premiums are worth it. Most stocks you're going to be able to get about 1% a week at a 0.3 delta. So let's just see. 0.34. Yeah, like I'd probably have to go 12, 24, 36, 48. What's the bid ask on this? Yeah, like I would probably put in... Yeah, I would probably end up putting in the $12 put and putting in a 0.48 limit. Good till cancel and just hope it fills. Five of them. Put up about... Maybe do like 2 to start. Collect a good $100 on it, basically. I like SoFi. I like it. I just don't... The problem that I have is I have a problem with SoFi. Who's my college team? Ole Miss, because my sister went there. NC State, because my girlfriend went there. And then I went to a flight school in Waco, so I rep for Baylor. I like Baylor a lot. That's exactly what I explained. That's probably exactly what I would have done. Now, if I was looking at SoFi before, I would have probably sold the put down here. If it were me, I would have sold it down here and really tried to get in. But I like DoorDash a lot, but I think I missed the run. Let's check it. What is that? DASH? Yeah. Well... What do you mean? Like the run from where? Like 2023? That run? That's a very green chart. And the RSI is 52. I'd wait on this. If this were me, I'd wait on this. Unless... yeah. This will probably make a cup and handle. And then whoop whoop, and then boom. Maybe. I don't know. I could see that too. I could see this either pulling back to the 50 or I could see it doing a cup and handle. Just the market being so high? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, bro, for sure. Thanks for coming in here, AJ. I appreciate you being here, bro. For sure. This thing says, I feel like this views counter says it's off. Like it says that on YouTube we've got 2 live viewers, and then it says on X we have 374 viewers. I feel like that's off. That's got to be off. I made these ribs on the Traeger yesterday for my parents, and they love that. Did some I did half and half. It was just one rack. I did half mango habanero, half pineapple habanero. It was pretty fire. Oh man, guys. Well, probably a couple more minutes here and then I'm gonna have to head out and go to bed, dude. Let's see, I was gonna buy Traeger stock a few years back, thank God I didn't. Great product, shitty stock. Did they have a stock? Are they public? If they are, I didn't know. Traeger. Oh yeah, Cook. They IPO'd at 22? Wow. This is actually surprising. I didn't even know they were public, dude, to be honest. Hey, this could be a play. This could be a play right here. They've got options, too. Could you sell a put? If I sold a put for, December 19th? The $1 put option. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Cook. Yeah, that's what it is. Later, boss man. Hey, thanks, bro. I really appreciate you being here. Thanks for coming in on your Saturday. I appreciate it. Let me see. There was something I wanted to talk about. Dude, reggae music's so good. It's just so chill. You just relax, listen to reggae music. It's so good. Are any of you guys going out tonight or no? There's tonight just a hangout night for everybody, pretty much. Oh, man. Oh. Let's see. Let's put up the freaking Bitcoin chart on here. I really like it. I just don't understand it. I like the chart. I just don't understand the chart. Look at that MACD cross right there. That's such a good chart. Well, I think that's probably going to be it for tonight, you guys. I really freaking appreciate you guys being on here, though. It's the ultimate hedge against inflation. Yeah. Oh yeah, because they can't print more. No, I get that. I gotta research it more because I just don't understand it. But I really appreciate you guys coming in here, getting on this live stream. I gotta run and hit the sack because I gotta wake up super freaking early tomorrow to go to the gym and stuff. So make sure you guys sub to my YouTube channel if you guys already haven't. It's at Renting Trade, same as my X handle. And if you're watching for the first time, you know, I sell options in the stock market. That's what I do. I try to beat the market. And if you're interested in trying to collect options for safe passive income, that's exactly what I do. So please, please sub to my YouTube channel. Follow my X. I really want to help you out if this is something you're just getting started into. And I'd really, love to see all of you guys get absolutely freaking wealthy as hell off of selling options. So love you guys. Thanks so much for your continued love and support. Really, it means the whole world to me. And I will be back here after work. I'll be back in, on Tuesday night. So maybe I'll stream Tuesday night. Bunch of YouTube videos are going to be pumped out. So anyway, guys, love y'all. Thanks so much for being here. And I will see you guys on the next stream. Peace.